I I wasn't sure if I was going to talk about this. I absolutely love the Braxton family. But as I got more curious about this niece, Ashlee Braxton, gorgeous, um, favors Tawanda, you know, um, especially Tawanda's daughter. And she's has a little bit of Tamar there as well. Just a beautiful baby girl. Um, watching her TikTok video, she just popped up on my feed, and I'm following her now. I have to say how sad and disappointed because she didn't really say who it was, which she didn't really need to say that. But if it's who I'm thinking that she was describing, this situation where she was 16 years old and allegedly she was visiting one of her aunts, one of, the legendary Toni Braxton's sisters, right? And she mentions it's an aunt that she was visiting. She didn't say who it was, but she did shine the light on her aunt's partner, um, who sent her inappropriate messages on her phone. Her stepmom, I guess, after her visiting this aunt's house. Now, let me just set it up here. She's 16 years old. She's a baby. And this man, this adult man, um, she was receiving um, just perverted, inappropriate, I'll just say inappropriate because I don't know what kind of words I can say on YouTube, but it just wasn't, he was, grown and she's a young lady. So she is disturbed as she should be, right? And she thought she was going to a, safe place. Like, hey, going to the aunt and saying, hey, your dude is sending me these messages and he's, this is inappropriate. Like, he should not be sending these messages to me. I'm underage. Now, when she said, this is the part when I say that she highlighted, she says, and this is the guy that on their show, he treats her horribly. He's known to be this person. So the first thing that, most people and I'll just say me, I'll speak, I thought of, Trina's deceased ex-husband because she's the main sister that had issues in her marriage. Um, like really, excuse me, embarrassing things. Something in my throat. And that's the first thing I thought about. And it could be, other sisters or other aunties, but the way she said it, she was like, and this person really has he's like a main fool character on this show. Those are my words. Because he embarrassed Trina repeatedly on this show. You didn't really see Tony's ex-husband. you saw Tamar and Vince, and Vince has always been, classy, you know, even when, Tamar is acting, Tamarish. Um, Vince always, held it together. Um, and the late Tracy, who I adore, I love you, Tracy. Um, he never really disrespected her either, repeatedly, to where we're like, oh my God, what's going to happen in Tracy's marriage? It was not so. The only one's left is Trina. Oh, I forgot. Tawanda's husband was interesting too. But, when the show aired, they was living in separate rooms. They wasn't, it was like, it just appeared that Tawanda was already shut down. So he couldn't really get her embarrassed. He just looked, you know, special. So I was like, okay, can't be Tawanda. So, like most, I was like, Trina, really? Allegedly, I have to say alleged. Trina was not supportive when this baby reached out to her and said, listen, Auntie, your man is sending me, not so great messages. And so instead of her reprimanding or kicking that man out at the time, or supporting her niece and saying, niece, I'm sorry this happened to you. I will get right on that, Rose. I'll get right on this, rectify this. He's got to go. I don't play that. You're not, And some people may say, well, it's just text messages. No, 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 no. No. Mm-mm. Unfortunately, this type of thing happens in the Black community sometimes. It does, where I don't understand why we get so desperate to be with someone and we don't believe our children or our nieces or nephews, or it's like, what, that just bothers me. It bothers me. And sometimes we become very detached. It's, I don't want to believe this, because Trina is one of my favorite ones on the show. And she's a Sagittarius like me. So I love her. And I still do. It's just, I'm hoping, like, really, this can't be right. You know, but if it is, I hope that now, years later, she'll go see about that child. She's, the child is grown now, but she needs to hear, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I wasn't a good aunt to you. You know, it's just so weird. You know, I haven't heard anything from anyone on that side. No, eh, they are a family of, sweeping things underneath the rug. Someone has said that in that family. We sweep things underneath the rug. But Caspi Cake Catchers, how do you feel about this? If you are liking this video, please don't forget to click the subscribe button. You know, subscribe to my channel. I'm really taken back because, Trina doesn't strike me as a person that would just be, ignore a child that's in distress about, I don't know. It's just weird. But again, we all in our life have done things that, you know, I'm actually like, because I'm in a season of obedience, I just want to talk about myself for a brief moment here. When you are fully committed to being obedient to what He wants you to do, God, okay? He doesn't tell you that He's going to take you back and really go back to places where you need to get healed and you need to look at what you did and make sure you don't repeat that mistake. Baby, when I go back down memory lane, okay? And I'm like, wait a minute. I did that. Wait a minute. I was connected to that person. Wait a minute. I said that. Oh, yes. The Lord will walk you back to a place so that you'll understand why He needs to, reshape, remold, get you ready for your posture so you can pivot. Because you can't have heavy weight when you pivot. I just learned that from Pastor Torrey Roberts. God bless him. But it makes sense. The extra baggage. Sometimes He'll walk you back and say, "You remember that?" And it's helpful because it's like, whoa. It's shocking. It's eye-opening. But sometimes you got to go back so you can heal and know not to do that again. These are the signs. This is how you got here. And when the bubble is popped, you've been in a bubble and you've been doing certain things the same way and you're thinking that it's normal behavior, and I'm telling you, I'm this walk back because I want to be better, not just different because I'm 50 and I made it to the half century mark. Yes, by the grace of God. But I don't want to do the same things prior to this half century mark. I want to be a better person, a better me. And I think that's why He is taking this journey with me and showing me, oh, you don't want to do that. So going back to Ashlee Braxton and what she's doing, she is going on a healing journey. And God bless her. I pray that she finds healing. I saw something today on her TikTok. I follow her. She talked about her mom. And when she was a little girl, she was abandoned by her mom. Could you imagine being a young little girl and before all of the situation happened with her aunt and that guy, but before that little girl, Ashlee was abandoned allegedly. And that is so sad. Also, she lost her sister a couple of years back from an overdose. So, the Braxton family has endured so much pain. I know that Tracy passed away from cancer, but as I was talking to my husband about this, I said, I think I wonder if it was a little bit of broken heart also. When people are ailing from a broken heart, she never gotten over Ashlee's sister, her death. It took her down. It seemed like after her sister died, Tracy she just had a hard time out of all the sisters. And this niece is in Ashlee, how they're connected to the Braxton sisters is their brother Michael. Okay. Um, Michael. So, which is her dad. And it sounds like Michael raised those two babies, those girls. I think there might be a son, I'm not sure. But I found out today, just on her TikTok, and she was sharing another story about her life, her journey, because she developed different types of anxieties. And I know what it's like to, experience anxiety. I right now I haven't been having any outbreaks by the grace of God. I've been learning how to breathe and getting involved in my prayer life. But anxiety is no joke. It's like being a prisoner in your own body. And you feel like you're going to have a heart attack. But she was breaking down different types. And I mean, go to Ashlee Braxton on TikTok, follow her journey and listen. And maybe this can help somebody. It's just really, really deep. And I pray for her. I pray that she is getting healing by talking about it. Sometimes in our Black community, we don't feel like we have a safe space because we sometimes say what goes on in the house stays in the house. We don't need to talk about anything. And I would say that is one of the blessings of having a platform like YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, to have just the therapy of talking it out in a healthy way. And that's what YouTube is for me. I'm so blessed to have YouTube. And I have TikTok. I need to start getting on my TikTok and Instagram. But lately I've just been on my YouTube. But I love it. And I thank you for my subscribers growing. God bless you guys. And Rumble. What a blessing to be able to share my life with you guys, and the current events, the hot topics that really mean something to me. But anyways, I'm sure I'm going to probably make another video just playing catch up. Happy New Year, you guys. May 2025, to my small content creators, let's get this. Let 2025 be our year of success. All right. Bye.